The system failed Daniel Penny. The system failed Jordan Neely, the
Horribly.
homeless man, arrested 39 times. He was K2. His family came out before all of this saying that they tried to get him help, keep him in an institution. He'd been suffering from mental illness. K2 was in his system. Then you had, do you think is this all just happening because this is New York City, that this wouldn't happen in any other state, in any other country, because this is D.A. Bragg, and he's obsessed with making everything about race and demonizing the big bad white man?
Yeah, this wouldn't happen in a free country with a rule of law, which New York City doesn't qualify. New York City is a crooked Democrat dictatorship. It has been almost continuously since Boss Tweed, with a few exceptions, LaGuardia, me, Bloomberg. That's only 3 in 150 years. That judge in the case is appointed by a Democratic hack. They make believe he's elected, but there's no opposition, or they wipe out the opposition. So when you think of the New York judicial system, and you watch the Trump trials, or what I had to go through, or what poor Mr. Penny is going through, these are political judges. These are not what most Americans think of as judges. What the judge did with the Allen charge is outrageous. It's even immoral. That jury is hung. And the charge he gave them is so biased. He basically told them, at least convict him on the second charge. Well, that's only 4 years in jail. This man deserves a medal.
Absolutely.
I mean, if I were the mayor of New York, I'd have ended all this. The day they started talking about this, I would have given him the keys to the city, a medal, and a parade, and said, I hope other New Yorkers have the guts that he has. And Mayor, I wish if I'm on the subway, he helps me disable somebody, because even though I'm probably too old to do it, I'd have done the same thing he did.
Right.
And I've probably gotten hurt doing it, but I would have done it.
Absolutely, because you also
it's
are
outrageous.
a hero.
I mean, what kind of and this could only happen in New York, Los Angeles, crooked Democrat cities.
Right.
It's not just ideology, Lydia. These people are crooks. They take bribes, they take kickbacks, and on political decisions, they expect the judges to be crooked, to just rule with the party. And the New York Times, all the do-gooder groups, the bar associations, have sat back for 150 years and enabled it. And
Mayor,
this is what we get. We get a poor young man who might get convicted.
Right, on the lesser charge.
And somebody said, the president can't pardon him. It's a state offense.
Right, I know. He can't, because it's a state charge. I want to get your thoughts on Mayor Eric Adams. He was actually asked by an anchor on New York One, a local cable station here in New York City, if he would ever consider rejoining the Republican Party. Mayor Giuliani, I want you to hear what he said here.
The party that's the most important for me is the American Party. I'm a part of the American Party. I love this country. This is the home of the free, the land of the brave, and that's the party I'm going to always be a member of. And I did it as a police officer when I wore that bulletproof vest for 22 years, and I'm going to do it with this blue suit as the mayor of the city of New York.
30 seconds to you, Mayor Giuliani. What do you think about that comment there?
Well, he endorsed me in 1997 when I ran for re-election as a Republican. And so he's been back and forth, and I think there's a really good chance he will. I mean, he's got to be practical, right? They really, in many ways, people say, they've been pushed out of the Democratic Party. He's really been pushed out with an indictment. And it would never have happened if he hadn't criticized Biden. I mean, a lot of people in New York, even if he did what they say he did, have done 10 times worse than him, and like the governor. And they don't.
So you think the corruption charges against him are politically motivated and only happened because he went to Washington, D.C., he was upset about the criminal illegal aliens. There are almost 800,000 of them, 60,000 of them with criminal convictions right here in New York City running wild.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he could be innocent or guilty. I don't know about the underlying charges. But they never would have been brought. Even if he's guilty, they never would have been brought if he had remained a loyal apparatchik like Hochul did. Hochul's got charges, 10 times more money involved.
Right.
A lot more obvious than anything he did. And that's not brought. I mean, most of those characters running around the Democratic Party are taking bribes, taking kickbacks. Yeah. Why do you think the budget in New York is 2.5 times Florida?
Yeah.